What up, guys? Welcome to episode 6 of Let's Talk Ant. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about Killing Me Softly. I've gotten many inboxes in the past year about this song and what strings I used and, what piano, how was the process. Everybody loving it. It's an independent release, so there was really no backing from any major labels or anything like that. So we were featured on I think it was London Times or something like that, their website portion of it. And the fans from London, they really loved the song, and I've gotten messages personally about the song, and so I've been planning to include a little behind the scenes of Killing Me Softly with Sonia. She's a singer from London, which is the main person in the song. And she, we met and connected, and we've worked on Killing Me Softly. So shout out to Sonia for doing a great job. And I'm going to show you some of the tracks, well, all the tracks, and how I went about producing this. So here we have the Pro Tools. There's some things here that are like little pieces of vocals that we threw in there. So I just want to show you guys. What you're seeing here is a bunch of folders, and within these folders, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So the original idea for Killing Me Softly was supposed to be only voice and piano, and then it turned into adding strings to it, which you can hear here. I have the strings over here, the string section over here, actually. So I can play it. Let's hear a little bit. Let me just give me 1 second. So, the idea was to add, a big strings, 60 violins, 20 violas, 60 cellos, and, the whole situation there. So when you look at the cello alone, when you add the violas are not playing in this section. It was mostly like a cello situation. But over here you have violas coming in and the violins. So a little behind the scenes. I had recorded basses, and when I record, I give myself deadlines. If I'm doing string sessions, that's what I'm doing. So after I'm done with string sessions, everything was edited. I had reopened the session to do something else, and the basses weren't there, and I was like, you know what? The basses are not there. It's not there. It's not gonna work out, because I'm not gonna record string sections again or add basses now. So you can't really tell unless you're looking for it. But there's over 80 voices here, and the strings playing all over the place, and it's really a busy song. So there, really can't notice. But I was a bit sad when I didn't see the basses there. It must have been something. I must have pressed something. I must have deleted something by accident. But it is what it is. So the main vocals are here. So that's the string section. And what I use for the strings is basically the Hans Zimmer strings, which is like enormous. This is what you would use in movie scores. And you could also use it in anything. You can use it in anything. Um, it really, if you're going to use certain things, you can use less than 60 violins. You can get, a sound from the library. You could get like 20 violins or something, or you can do certain things. It's just really how you use it and how you approach your musicality. So I used it more to give it like a nice Broadway, nice symphony type of situation. And this was the right string library for that. Killing me softly with this song. Killing me softly with. So this is Sonia's lead voice. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. So some of the stuff that I added in her voice to my liking. A lot of engineers are different. So, but I was really really into editing her voice, and in regards to just adding some sugar and spice to it, because her natural voice is good naturally. So, but I added from Slate Audio the lustrous plates. This is the settings I added. Negative 12 dB of wetness to her voice. And what else? I added obviously the de-esser to control the and I added a little fresh air there to give it some nice air. Slate Digital, the virtual, what you call this? I forgot what it is, but it's basically a rack. Yeah, virtual mixing rack, I think it's called. I might be wrong. Forgive me if I didn't say that right. So yeah, so I added the Britain from Britain, a board from Britain, the console. I don't have much information about that, but this is a mix bus channel, and you can choose like different consoles here, like the Tube, Britain 4K, Britain 4KG, USA, and Britain N here. I usually use this one. And adding some shimmer to her voice, adding some thickness in the trimmer, to give it a little bit more volume, and just an equalizer here, just lowering the low frequency a little bit here. And the next thing is I added a little spread on her voice using the Waves Audio Abbey Road Studio TG mastering chain. I added just a little spread on her voice, and basically that's her voice. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. So, when you see these cuts here on my screen, it's because, this was part of the session that me and Sonia did online remotely, and we were just moving stuff around, and we were just cutting and making sure that she was happy with her vocals. And you can see I never consolidated because I just didn't. I just wanted to keep it like that. So basically you'll see everything that we cut in her main voice, all of that. We could come like over here. He just kept right on strumming my pain with his fingers. Things of that nature. And that's her lead voice. And we could get away from that for now. And her first background vocals, you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff come out. Ready, set, go. Yeah, okay, this one's not bad. So if I was to solo these, Let's see how this sounds.
He just kept right on.
So that's what I would call the first background vocals of the song. And then it just, throughout the song, it comes in and out, like over here.
But he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers.
So you have a falsetto there. And that's just like the first part of the background vocals. And we close that folder, we go into LC2. I honestly don't remember what LC means. So we're just going to go with looking at how many tracks we have. We have a whole lot. I think we have 12, 11 or 12, 13 maybe. And that happens over here. Oh, wait a minute. I got to solo that. Make sure these babies are...
Strumming my pain with his fingers. Oh, yeah. Singing my life with his words. Killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly with his song. Telling my whole.
So you have that from those vocals. And you have the third section, which I have no idea where this goes, but there's a bunch of them. When you add all these vocals, it's just an enormous file, which I have no idea where it's at. I would have to like around here somewhere. So we have. Okay, let's solo that part real quick. Let's take it over here.
And read each one out loud. That he would finish. Oh yeah. But he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers.
So that's background vocals 3. This is what I call the solo part of her vocals. Let's put this on solo mode. So that's that. And then we have the strings that we heard already in the beginning. And this little piece of string here, I have no idea what it is. Oh. Yeah, so that part right there was to help out a vocal where Sonia was that was an idea that came out. I gotta see where it's at. Yeah, right here. Oh no. We gotta find that now. Now I have to find it. I don't know where it is. Okay, let's look for this. We gotta find it now. We have to look for this now.
With his song.
Yeah.
With his song.
There you go, we found it. Yeah, so, when I arrange, I like to hear what the vocal does. And so I would put anything musical to complement what vocals do and make it sound to the best of my ability, so. And and the piano I used is from Hans Zimmer piano that was also recorded in Air Studios in London. So the strings, Hans Zimmer strings, Hans Zimmer's piano was all sampled and recorded and made at Air Studios in London. So really wanted to keep a London feel to this because Sonia is from the UK and close to London, and then everything works out great. So when you look at all of these vocal tracks, you're counting a lot. So if I was to open all of these right now, you're looking at a lot of vocals. And then, this is called creativity. This is creativity and giving us an opportunity to play around with these vocals. You know what I'm saying? So I think I had to open these. Oh, no, I was already open. It's giving us an opportunity to play with these vocals. So when I really make this smaller, actually, let me close the violins. We don't need that anymore. You're looking at a bunch of vocal stuff. This is all vocals. So, you have sections where she's coming in and she's complimenting the whole situation. So let me just play some of the piece so you can hear everything together. I'm going to mute the strings and the piano. We don't need that right now. So I'm doing something wrong. Okay.
Softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly.
So see, in some parts it's subtle backgrounds, just giving a sweet touch to it, like in that part right there.
With his words, killing me softly. With his song.
You see, in other parts you have
and read each one out loud. Oh yeah.
So you have some ad-libs going on and some octave voicing.
I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his finger.
So you have that part, it's just some power voicing, nothing crazy, no crazy harmony going on in that part. You go into this part here. Yep. All these. So you have little ad-libs happening, like hype voices, like little things here and there. So I was really happy that she sent all of these things because you can grab, and a lot of things were actually deleted. A lot of things we didn't keep, but this was more than enough to work with.
And rent each one out loud.
Then you have
killing me softly with his song.
Now we're gonna put everything together so that you can hear, the arrangement. Here we go.
Killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly with his song. Telling my with his words, killing me softly with his song.
then, the piano solo goes in. I'm sure you guys don't want to hear the piano solo. After the piano solo, then it's what we call the power chorus, which is the purple color-coded tracks here. So this is what I call the last hurrah of the song.
Strumming my pain with his fingers.
So what we wanted to do on this part is have not a perfect choir singing, but more like a crowd of people singing together. So the whole purpose of this was, and Sonia probably doesn't even know, but I wanted to have like a crowd of people at a party or at a concert to emulate the crowd singing with the artist, but not perfect. So I wanted to add that feeling on this part. As you can, when you listen, you can hear it.
Strumming my pain with his fingers. Oh yeah. Singing my life with his words. Killing me softly with his songs. Killing me softly with his song. Telling my whole life with his words. Killing me softly, oh yes it did, with his song.
So that's basically the whole map of our version of Killing Me Softly. Just keeping it simple. It started off as a vocal and piano, and then I started with the strings. Was this project perfect? No, because I recorded basses to add more depth to my strings, and then when I went back, it wasn't there, and I was like, well, sometimes you have to look at it as a real session. So imagine just having real strings there, and then everybody records, and you come back, and the bassist is gone, and then wait a minute, we had to repay studio time to bring back the bassist guy to record basses again. So I looked at it that way. So we just moved forward. It was really something that didn't really make a difference, because everybody at the end of the day, they loved it, and that's what counts. And so, this is all audio. I did write in Pro Tools. When Sonia has sent me all her vocals, I dumped it in Pro Tools, and I recorded everything in Pro Tools. And this is my piano right here. So just to give you guys a little behind the scenes, this right here, this is a piano solo that I couldn't imitate again. For the life of me, I really couldn't replay the intro the way I wanted to. So this is actually a reference piano. Many people won't notice or hear it as a reference piano because it was recorded as if I was alone in a hall playing by myself. So there's really nothing that I could do to redo it, unless I would play another piano solo intro. So this is it right here. We were here.
I heard he say.
You see, so then we blend into the main piano. So piano number 2 was what I replayed on top of her voices to give it more of a feeling. So typically I would do reference pianos when I arrange, if it has pianos in it, and then let everyone that's going to record be creative. In this case, Sonia recorded all her voices with my reference piano, and then when she gave it back to me, I kept the first feeling of the piano intro. I kept it, and I redid the body of the song with Sonia's final voices. And then I recorded strings on top of that. And then we have that. And just to show you, this is the all audio, and I do have. Let me close these folders here. I do have the MIDIs in the same file, and I have them put away in a different folder up here, which is MIDI tracks. You can see I have it all muted, so I can do this and unmute the tracks, and then you have it here. So basically, these are the Hans Zimmer string libraries. So just to show you what I used, here nothing was there. I don't know what this means. And then this is the piano. Okay. So this is the Hans Zimmer piano from Spitfire. I used it. I used, I think the setting was a Hans Zimmer piano full and bright, which is what I love, bright pianos. And I used it. And we have, when it comes to the violins, I use the 60 violins all in one option. Violas 20 wide option. And 60 cellos right there, all in one. So no crazy articulations there. It was basically just long notes. As you can see, I have longs here. I have longs there. I have longs here. So basically, what I did mess around with was expression mapping. And if you come down here to the string section, you'll notice I did some modulations. When I recorded this, I didn't have my fader master control. I had a nano chord, but I was really over the nano chord faders because it was too small. It wasn't really giving me that symphony high that I wanted to express, the expressions, the modulations to go all the way up like you could do here on my fader master. So to compensate for the limitations, I basically drew out some expressions here. You can see there, and so forth. So I just did that, and I did use the piano's modulation wheel that's here on the side. You can't really see it on this video, but it's there. The wheel, the modulation wheel. I did use that too. And I think you can actually see that if I was to highlight all of these real quick and go to Windows and check out the media editor, I might be able to pull that out, but no, I don't think so. Let me see something real quick. Okay, so if I do this, let me just do this like that. Actually, do it like that, and I think what I could actually do is show you from here. I can show you if I did use the mod wheel. Yeah, the mod wheels on these. You can actually see them, and I'm gonna show you. I had to zoom in a little bit more so you guys can appreciate the situation there. So yeah. So I use the mod wheel on certain parts, there you can see that. Other expressions too, like maybe no. Okay. So basically you have that. Let me put this back. And with the voices, I did some automation as well. So you got to do automation with a bunch of voices. Typically because the strings are so strong, so I was trying to really mix it and give the strings their moment if it's like 5 seconds of strings giving me a beautiful harmony that I wanted to stick out, I would kind of like write an automation of the piano, maybe to lower it just a tad bit so that the strings can go over the piano a little bit, and then continue with automation. So a lot of these things are basically just leveling how you want. It's not like one volume is set for the whole song. It's impossible to do that, especially when you're like really orchestrating things. There's certain instruments that need to stick out more than others. So in particular moments, you do have to write out these things. Okay, so let's say over here, I keep losing my MIDI window. Somewhere around here. Let's see. I can't find it right now. I don't know what's going on here. Because if I wanted to, so if I do this, and then go to MIDI editor, can I see these notes? Yes, I can. So now I could see these notes, and then what you can also do is, trying to see how I can get the expressions right under this. I mess with. I'm always messing with Logic and Cubase, and these different options really get to you after like you write a whole song in these DAWs. You tend to forget. But I think I already showed you the mod wheel, so really nothing else to. There's really nothing else to show here. But yeah, so basically everything was basically the way you look at it, the way you see it. We moved things around. We wanted to get some type of sounds, and we have some plugins, and I used. Did I use any compression here? I don't know if I did. I think I did. And if I did, I wouldn't know. I don't remember. Yeah, the Abbey Roads S124. I used it with certain presets there to to really stick out the voices and certain parts and whatnot. So everything was basically edited and performed in a process of steps. So this wasn't a week production. This was months in the making, and a few mixing sessions, and then at the end, getting it mastered, and then and this is how the session looks in the mixer window. These are folders, so I have MIDI track folders, the MIDIs right there, pianos, lead vocals. This is something. This is something. This is a little shout out that she threw. Different folders. So just to condense the file, not to have like 1,000 folders open. But yeah, so this is what it is. And the track is streaming everywhere. You can go to Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube, and check out the music video as well. And the song is everywhere, so feel free to go check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this little behind the scenes of the production of Killing Me Softly with Sonia Polak at the Writing Room Productions. I will see you guys later. Don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you can stay in tune with more content on my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for your support. Feel free to share these videos and watch other videos. If you do have any questions about anything that you saw here, anything that you saw that may interest you or may help you out with whatever you're doing, feel free to comment below. Let me know. Send me a message. Okay, guys? So I'll see you at episode 7. Peace.